The next thing that we're going to talk about is convergent evolution and the biogeographical record. Okay, so we're going to talk about what the hell is convergent evolution, and we're going to talk about how the biogeographical distribution of species, especially on islands, provides evidence for evolutionary diversification. Okay, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about convergent evolution. So in this case, what we see is the independent development of similar looking structures. These structures are going to do the same job. They might even look the same, even though these organisms don't share a recent common ancestor. Okay. The example that I love to give are the cacti that that evolved in the Americas, and this euphorbia that evolved in South Africa. You can see that they have very similar looking morphologies, right? Morphology, what that bitch look like. Okay. We see this kind of folding of the skin. We see spines. We see similar looking structures overall. If we tend to look closer and we look at the development of these organisms, we will see that cacti spines are actually modified leaves. And the spines on the euphorbia from South Africa are actually modified stems. Okay, so there we go. I just said that. Okay, so these analogous traits are due to convergent evolution, right? So analogous traits, it's like an analogy. You're comparing one thing to another thing. So the example that I can always think of off the top of my head, thanks to having kids of this age, is the Taylor Swift song that says, "Loving him is red." Loving him is not red. Loving him is like red, whatever red means in this case, right? So that's that is an analogy, okay? In an analogous traits, these structures have a similar form or function, but do not share a common ancestor necessarily. Okay, so just keeping with this structure, so cacti, they're in this clade of plants. The euphorbs are in this clade of plants right here. And if we wanted to find their common ancestor, we would have to travel way, 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 way back in evolutionary time to right around here. Okay, what did that common ancestor of these guys look like? I don't know, probably not like that. Okay, don't share a recent common ancestor. These traits and these things are not due to the shared ancestry. They are due to living in similar environments, sharing that same ecological niche, responding to similar evolutionary pressures. Okay, again, another example, having a streamlined body. If you are a fast predator in the ocean, you want to be able to zip around, and so you're going to want to make sure and reduce the drag that you're experiencing through the water column.